Hey, my name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to the Black Financial Channel. So, today on the Black Financial Channel, we're going to talk about what's going on in the world of crypto. There's going to be a big crypto crackdown, it's going to be messy. And there's also some other stuff happening outside the world of crypto, in addition to PPP loans and what's going on with the economy. So, I'm going to break all this down for you. So, get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I am your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day under one condition. The condition is that we are Black first. Black first means we put our community at the top of our priority list. Black first means that we educate our kids. Black first means that we understand that Black wealth is Black power. That's very important to us. So if you agree with this philosophy, if you agree that Black people should reclaim our place on the throne and become the wealthiest, most intelligent people on the planet, put a B1 in the chat, hashtag B and the number one in the chat. All right, so let me know if you can hear me. Give me a yes if you can hear me okay. I always have to check my audio because y'all know how I am with the equipment. I hit the wrong button, and next thing you know, y'all telling me in the chat you can't hear me. But give me a yes in the chat if you can hear me okay. Hey, Carla. Hey, Chef to Checks. Hey, Karen Williams, how are you? Thank you for your Lamont, Deborah. Thank you, brother. Thank you, El Hodge. I appreciate you. Thank you, Sankofa, and thank you, Ron Polk. I appreciate you very, very much. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. All right. So I want to give you a couple of little things I've been reading about, things I've been sort of picking up on in the media. I don't have a ton of time. I gotta head out pretty soon, but I wanted to take a second to talk to my people. My people would be you. You are my people, and and I am your people. And so one of the things I wanted to mention is I was going through some analysis that was kind of explaining what's going to happen in the world of crypto. There is a crypto crackdown that is coming. The crypto crackdown is going to be something where you're going to see a lot of people getting federally charged. You're going to see a lot of people getting sued. You're going to see a lot of regulators stepping in, and you're going to see a whole different crypto industry after the year 2022 than you saw before. The crypto space is no longer going to be. I'm choking. Hold on. Isn't that weird that I'm just talking and next thing you know I just choke? So I'm getting choked up. All right, let me stop choking. Sorry, guys. I literally was just talking and halfway through my mid sentence, I just started. I don't know, wrong pipe or something. Anyway, sorry about that. Forget that distraction. So the crypto space is going to change. It's no longer going to be the wild, wild west. You're going to start seeing more regulation. A lot of it was driven by what happened with DeFi. DeFi or DeFinance, where they were basically sort of creating this alternative banking system within the crypto space with these so-called stable coins that were not really backed by anything. That caused just a major calamity where you start seeing bankruptcy after bankruptcy. A lot of what Professor Andrew Caroli, my dissertation chair, would refer to as contagion. Just the same way, like if I get a cold and I make everybody else in the house sick because I got COVID and I was in the kitchen and touching everything. Well, a lot of the crypto space is kind of like that. The crypto space is a place where there's a lot of negative financial contagion, a lot of bankruptcies occurring because Peter's connected to Paul and everything else. And that's going to change. They're going to start putting safeguards in place that are going to have capital requirements similar to what we have in banks. If you know, in case you don't know, I don't know if y'all know, how many of y'all know that when you put your money in the bank doesn't actually have your money? Does anybody know that? Give me a yes or no if you knew that. If you knew that when you put your money in the bank, your money really ain't in the bank. As soon as you put your money in the front door, they do something with it in the back door. Does anybody know that? How many of y'all knew that? Give me a yes in the chat if you knew that your bank right now does not have the money that you put in there. Yeah. So the bank doesn't keep your money. The bank has a percentage of your money that is called a capital requirement. That means they have to keep a certain percentage of your money available in case you want it back. Here's the problem. If everybody wants all their money back at the same time, which is called a run on the bank can't pay everybody. You can't pay everybody at the same time. So this is why the Federal Reserve steps in with FDIC insurance and all these other stopgap measures to protect you. This all came out of the Great Depression when you saw tremendous amounts of financial contagion, destroying businesses left and right, banks going bankrupt and all that. That doesn't exist all around the world. In Lebanon, for example, right now, there's a man who is in jail in Lebanon because he robbed a bank, which is bad. You shouldn't rob banks, but he robbed a bank to get his own damn money back. He literally robbed the bank. He held everybody at gunpoint because he said, y'all got my money. I don't want everybody else's money. I just want my money. I don't want anything except what's coming to me. And it's crazy. This man's in jail because he robbed the bank to get his own money. That's because the bank basically said, we can't pay all of y'all. You might have seen in China, there's some provinces in China where there are these banks, pseudo banks. They weren't really actual banks. They didn't have the actual government backing, but they had these banks where they can't pay people. So they had tanks in front of the banks to keep people from going in and getting their money. The security guards are like, you can't have your money. So ultimately, here's the deal. This is the thing with crypto. A lot of crypto institutions were functioning as banks without actually having the ability to truly be a bank. You know, they were pretending to be bank, almost like you ever see those rappers that they call them studio gangsters that pretend to be gangster because they can be real gangster on a record. But like if somebody really starts shooting, they're the first ones to run away and scream like a girl. Like that's kind of what. So you got a lot of banks that are not real banks. They're studio gangster banks. They pretend to give you financial security, but they really can't offer that. The traditional banking system in the United States, through the course of trial and error, has learned how to truly give backing to the banks for the most part, so that when you put your money in there, you're not afraid you're going to lose it, which creates trust, which leads to a stronger economy. The word trust is very important in economics. I've talked about that here. Part of the reason that the Black people have trouble building an economy within our families and within our communities is because we lack trust. A lot of Black people don't trust each other. So that makes it difficult. That means when you start a business and you're looking for somebody to give you money to get the business going, because they don't trust you, they don't put money in your business. I've gone through this too. We all go through this. Okay. So anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe if you have not done that yet. Also want to remind everybody that tonight we're meeting with the options income class. If you want to learn how to make money by selling stock options, we have a great program at drboyceprime.com in the Black Business School, and that's what we focus on. We focus on income generation through the selling of stock options, which is a great way to make money. We break down the whole process of how you pick the stocks, how you calibrate your portfolios, things like that. So we do that tonight. We meet tonight. So if you go to drboyceprime.com, just log in and you can find the code to log in. I'll also send you a text message. Those of you that are in the class, just text the word options to 31996. That's text options to 31996, and I'll send you a link whenever we're about to meet for class. All right. So what else is happening right now? Right now, the stock market is it dropped a little bit today. It's not so bad. I think today it just kind of dipped a little bit, but you can't complain because the market's been doing really well lately. I mean, how many of you have been making money in the market? Put a yes in the chat if you've been doing pretty well and you've been, getting paid and you're really happy with your portfolio. Most of you should be pretty happy because there's been a lot of money being made. It's really been raining money. And so here's the thing. There are a lot of people who feel that the market is getting ahead of itself. Now, before we had a scenario where the market was bursting with anticipation, looking forward to finding some excuse to go up, and that has happened. Now it's looking for any excuse to go back down. A lot of people feel that this market kind of sort of pushed itself a little bit too far with a little bit of what you call irrational exuberance. The stock market is probably not going to stay as strong as it is right now. And so ultimately, you could probably expect some buying opportunities in the near future. I call them buying opportunities because these are dips that I don't expect to last over a long period of time. There are lots of good buys right now, and there are going to be some even better buys probably in the next week or so. So don't be surprised if you see some pain or a little bit of red in your portfolio in the near future. My Lord, you've gotten so much green, and y'all know the rules of yin yang, and my wife is into a lot of metaphysical stuff, and they have like what goes up must come down, that type of thing. So the stock market is kind of the same way. So just kind of get ready for that. But right now, the big inflation is still the big kahuna in the whole bunch. When inflation numbers come out, there's an expectation that in the United States, those inflation numbers are going to start going down permanently. That is an opportunity for you to make all kinds of bread. You will, if you're consistent and you're diversifying, your money is going to come flowing like a river because a lot of people are scared to invest. They're staying away from the market. And those people, unfortunately, I wish I could talk to them all, but they're making the biggest mistake in the world. This money is coming, especially if you have a 2 to 3 year horizon. What's the next thing I want to mention to you guys? Oh, here's another thing. Okay, so I saw this, and I'm just kind of doing a stream of consciousness here on this, but I saw a video where basically the government is really coming after people for these PPP loans. The PPP, and it really pisses me off a little bit because the government, they kind of set you up a little bit. They really set you up. And the way they set people up is they make you think they're not looking. They make you think it doesn't matter. I remember Red Fox, before he died, Red Fox died broke, which was very sad. Again, this bad economic culture. We as people have to really work on our economic culture, a culture of keeping your money, not giving it away, growing your money, not letting it sit, spending your money with each other as opposed to giving it all away to the white man. Red Fox, unfortunately, was hit by a bad economic culture. There's no excuse for a guy like that to die broke. Well, one of the things Red Fox did toward the end of his life, if I'm not mistaken, is he didn't file his taxes for several years in a row. And I can see people falling into that trap. I think Chris Tucker kind of got stuck in that trap as well. And I think that what happens is that people get this sense that because they didn't file and the IRS doesn't say anything, that they got away with it. And so what they do is really terrible. They will let you commit the crime all day. Like they'll let you walk in, like they'll put jelly beans on the counter and let you keep walking in, grabbing handfuls of jelly beans because you think nobody's watching. And then about a year later, or 2 years later, or 5 years later, they come back and say, we have all these recordings of you taking unauthorized jelly beans, so we're now going to come back and prosecute you. That's kind of what the government does. It really sucks. They did that to Ripple. Ripple is a cryptocurrency. Ripple it's called Ripple and XRP. XRP, I own a lot of XRP. For many years, they made XRP believe that they were not a security and that they could trade just fine and that they were doing business legally. And then they come back after all these years and they're like, oh, well, all those years that we made you think everything was okay, we didn't technically say it was okay. We just didn't say it wasn't okay. And actually, it wasn't okay. So we're going to go back and hold you accountable for all those years. So with PPP loans, that's what they're about to do. The PPP loans are about to the government is about to go back and start collecting on all the money that was given away during the pandemic when they were kind of in crisis mode. They were letting anybody anywhere apply for these loans and get this money. Many of these people did not have businesses. They had phantom businesses. The government is coming for that ass. They are coming for all those people. And I hope you're not in that category. If you are, I don't know. I don't know what you could do. I don't know if you could start paying the loan back as much as you can, or talk to an attorney. I don't know, or just pray to Jesus. I have no idea how to respond to that, to be honest with you. But I've read that the government is starting to really come after those people, and it bothers me because you made people feel that it wasn't that severe. And crimes against the government are just such a big deal. They literally charge you worse for taking a little bit of money from the government than they would if you actually went out and murdered a child. Like, it's kind of crazy. I knew this lady. Oh, actually, I knew a lady who knew a lady. I had a friend who went to Harvard. She was a real cool lady, and she was actually from the hood. She's on the board of trustees at Syracuse University now, and I love her to death. She's a corporate executive, smart lady, and she had a friend that also went to an Ivy League school, and they were friends with the Obamas and everything else. And somehow something happened with a grant. Somehow the grant got misallocated, and she got charged. And this lady, who was like this pillar of the community, highly educated, a good wife, and mother, was sent to prison for 10 years away from her family. And I just felt so bad for this poor lady. All her friends abandoned her. And my friend asked me to talk to her just to encourage her and kind of, just share some thoughts. And I did. And I just couldn't believe it. I hate that stuff. So one of the things I would say is that if you have a business, just, be very mindful if you get money from the government, because they're really funny about that kind of stuff. They really are the biggest gangsters in America. And in fact, a lot of the stuff that we do, we don't take money from the government. We don't take money from corporations, because with money, all money ain't good money. And with money comes some sort of trade. So that's why you won't see the Black Business School sponsored by Bank of America, or the All Black National Convention brought to you by McDonald's and Walmart. In fact, we don't even want to be mainstream. We like being off the grid so that we can actually do what needs to be done in order to elevate and educate our people in the appropriate way, because the system is doing it wrong. And that's why Black people fail. We fail because we're waiting on white people to do for us what we're supposed to be doing for ourselves. We should be the educators of those kids. Nobody knows how to educate a child more than its mother. Nobody knows that baby better than his father. Nobody can give love to that child more than his parents. So I believe the parents and those who care about these children should be the educators of our kids, not some white lady from the suburbs. No disrespect if you're white and you're from the suburbs, but it's true. You know, I'm telling the truth. All right, so do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. If you have not done it yet, you're watching the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. If you'd like to join our program on how to generate income by selling stock options, feel free to go to drboyceprime.com. And also, I have some big surprises. The Black Business School is entering into the metaverse on a real heavy way, and I'm going to let you guys know about some of that very, very soon. But for now, I got to run on out of here because I got a meeting to go to. But I want to say thank you to everybody, and God bless you. And you will hear from me again real soon. So I hope you make a ton of money. Happy investing. Go take care of your family. Do the right thing. Talk to you guys soon. Take care. Peace.